Hello everybody, it's Kate Spencer. I am a writer, I'm an energy worker, I'm a card reading ninja, and I am the founder of Life and Soul Academy. This is the third time I've tried to make this video today. For the love of all things Mercury, I can't wait for it to go direct on the 18th. I know that it's a time of reflection and heightened intuition and all the rest of it, but it's also a time where my technology has gone shit up. So yes, I'm talking about October 2021 and the energy reading and forecast for October 2021. So what I like to do at the end of the month being September, is to do a bit of reflecting, a bit of journaling, a bit of tuning in and meditating and seeing what it is that's coming up in October, the following month for me, and then sharing that because we are all a collective, we are all linked, and I think that perhaps there might be some stuff in there that is resonant with you. So I'm going to share that. Now I've got notes all over the place. If I'm not looking at the camera directly, that is why. Not because I'm shifty AF, but simply because I will be looking at the notes. So take 3, or it might even be take 4, I'm not sure, but I'm going to go for it. So October 2021, there were 2 themes that came up for me. One of them was let it all go to let it come in, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And the other one was about completing cycles and preparing for the next cycle. So let's go back to the first one. Let it all go to let it come back in. I very much got through that it's really important for me personally at this time, and take what you need if this resonates with you, to release anything that was not in alignment with what I wanted to create or my highest good. Now that's obvious because that's what we should be doing all of the time anyway, but it was loud and clear to me that perhaps I wasn't aware of the stuff that I was carrying. So maybe there was a little bit of human duality going on there, and my higher self wanted to give me a bit of a nudge and say, Kate, you've got to let all of it go in order to let it come in. And that's interesting, isn't it? Because we start to focus as humans on what it's going to feel like to have it all, what it's going to feel like to line up with what we want. And yes, that's relevant and important. But what I got through for me as being important at the moment was releasing the need really to control anything, to be in fear of anything, any self-sabotage, and go really, really broad on that belief that the universe has got my back. And the universe knows what I want, what I'm lined up with. And I think it's sort of a lesson in faith, trust, and a leap of faith for me. So it's about breathing it out, letting it all go, and just knowing that what's meant for me won't miss me, and that the right stuff is coming in at the right time. Maybe that's something that resonates with you. The second theme was completion of cycles, preparing for the next cycle. It feels to me as the seasons are starting to change and we are moving into autumn now, it does feel like it's a completion of a cycle, like a line being drawn in the sand, like the closing off of a chapter. And it's important to do that. What I'm getting through is, for me and possibly for you, is that it's important to close that off so we're not carrying any of the unfinished energy forwards into the next cycle. It's time to evolve, it's time to process the old stuff and to release what does not serve us, in order that we can move forwards, not dragging around stuff that's not complete. So it's about, on a practical level, getting tasks finished, sorting our shit out, getting things done, doing the really boring human stuff, getting our filing done, getting our wardrobe sorted, getting, the woolly jumpers out that we've had away all summer, that kind of thing. And on an emotional level, it might be about finishing stuff off, completing, and thinking about what it is in terms of emotional baggage or scenarios or unfinished business that you've got that you could complete. And you can do that in lots of different ways. You can write an unfiltered letter to someone, you can write an unfiltered letter to yourself, you could journal stuff out, you could make a burn list. There's lots of different ways that you can do it. You could even just have a real life conversation with someone about something if you need to bring some kind of completion to a situation. So completion, the end of a cycle, taking forward the wisdom but not taking forwards the baggage is what I got for me. So maybe that resonates with you too. So I've also made some notes about what is happening in the skies, and we're going to experience a new moon on the 6th of October. Now, it's a really intense new moon. It's about balance because it's Libra, and it's about looking at which aspects of our life are in balance and are out of balance. So it's about doing a bit of a self-audit and checking in with yourself in terms of your life as a whole. And then there might be aspects of your life that you know you could really benefit from bringing some more balance to. And they are likely to be aspects of your life where you're feeling a bit challenged, where things aren't flowing easily. It might be work, relationships, spirituality, could be health. It might be that your time management's not good, but it's going to highlight that in the new moon. And the new moon's all about balance. It's about balance in relationships, finding the common ground, compromising as well. But equally, it's about planting seeds for the future. It's about thinking after that self-audit and what is out of balance. How can I rectify that? What do I need to do? How can I bring more balance? What action steps do I need to take? That's on the 6th of October. Followed straight away on the 7th by the sun aligning with Mars. So that's going to be a big, powerful energy coming in, and that's about motivation, about action, about taking the reins, about getting shit done. So if you've highlighted anything during your new moon, sort of nice, gentle Libra type daydreamy phase, or maybe you've sat and journaled, or perhaps you've used a tool like Wheel of Life or something like that to think about how you can bring more balance. Now on the 7th, there's going to be a great big oomph of energy to help you to action that. So this energy is all about taking action, about lists, about moving forwards, about doing stuff, about clearing out, about generally go and getting stuff done. You've got to be very aware that you don't burn out when this kind of energy comes in, because it's great and it gives you a big push and makes you very motivated. But don't burn out. Make sure you measure your energy and that you are mindful about what you can get done in the time you have in the context of your life. And remember, there's that message about balance. Then on the 10th, we've got something else happening, and that is an energy gateway opening. So it's the 1010 portal you'll hear people talking about. And this is an energy gateway that can really help us to step into a new direction. It can help you to power up and level up quite a lot. It can help you to really tune into your intuition. Now, number 10 in numerology is about wholeness and balance. Again, there's the word balance, and it's going to be doubled. It's 1010, isn't it? So it's going to be doubly important to find that balance. But when portals like this open, it's an opportunity when the energy is really intense. It's very supportive of you doing inner work. So this is an opportunity for you to go within and again to look at where you might be out of balance. And that could be in your physical body, might be in your environment, it could be in your emotions, it might be unfinished emotional business, it could be anything. So that's going to be an intense day, and you might find that you have stuff coming up ready to resolve. Often when these big cosmic moments are upon us, it triggers stuff. So be aware that if you've got stuff coming up, don't take it out on other people. Own it, step back, be aware of it, and then do the work around it. What is it you need to do? What is it you need to release? Who do you need to forgive? Where do you need to go with this? The next thing that's going to happen, the next big news in October in terms of planetary activity is, thank goodness, Mercury is going direct on the 18th. Whew. I've had transport stuff and I've had technology stuff as well. So yeah, it's going to go direct, and that is going to be a relief. But we've got a while to go. We've got over half the month to get through first with Mercury in retrograde. And as I said earlier, it doesn't have to be a really bad and scary time. Mercury in retrograde can be about us cocooning up, it can be about insights, it can be about inner work, it can be working on your shadow. So don't write it off just yet. The next big thing, next big news flash is that on the 20th, we're going to have a full moon, and it's an Aries full moon. Now, I'm an Aries, so that's fantastic. It's all about, Aries is about leadership, about the pioneering spirit, about getting stuff done. It's about fire, it's about motivation, it's about action. Aries are brilliant at starting things but not good at detail and not good at finishing things off, but we're very motivating and motivated to get stuff done. It's that kind of energy. So you might find that when this energy comes in on the full moon is generally associated with releasing. So in terms of releasing stuff, what is it that you need to release in order to help you to take action towards what you want? And this is when you can be really honest with yourself and do your burn list and release the self-sabotage, the old cords, the past situations, and allow that to go in order to be able to level up and take action towards what it is you want. So we've got lots and lots happening in October, but we end with Halloween, or Samhain as it's called in terms of the pagan festival. And this is a time when the veil is a lot thinner, and when it's certainly a time of heightened intuition, and a time when we are also called to honour our ancestors and the people who've gone before us. And I think in this kind of work we do a lot of releasing old beliefs from our ancestors and clearing our ancestral line, but this is a time to honour them and a time to say thank you for you being here, because you wouldn't be if they weren't in existence before you, and also being grateful for who you are and your makeup, depending on what that is, because that's come through your lineage. So that's a really nice thing to do, when you can light a candle and devote it to your ancestors. Some people like to write the names of their ancestors on pieces of paper and put them at the table as if they are there, and invite their spirit in. And yeah, it's a time when the veil is thinner, so it's a good time for you to do a card reading. It's a good time for you to tune into yourself and do some meditation as well. And that concludes October. So the themes for me were let it all go and let it all come in, completion of cycles and preparation for the next cycle, and loads there about balance as well. Okay, so I've pulled some cards. Let's see what the cards say. I've pulled 4 cards. The first one, let me get it right, is wise decisions. Now, this card is obviously about wise decisions. It's about, an owl can see in the dark. So when you are challenged and when things feel dark and difficult, this is about looking really, really carefully and finding what you need. And it's also about balance. He's on a perch as well. And it's about discernment and making good decisions after you've collected information and then weighed it up and decided what's best for you. As well, the owl can turn its head and look all the way around, can't it? Or nearly all the way around. It's about choosing your perspective, the way that you look at things, and being able to gain a different perspective to get different information. So think about that and what that could be related to in your world and in your life, and how you can exercise discernment to find balance, to really look in the dark for the things that are relevant and important, and also to be able to look at things from a different perspective. The next card is the Star. So this is about shining bright. It's about your time being here. Now, if you can go through that process of letting it all go, letting it come in, finding your balance, releasing what it is that doesn't serve you, and starting that new chapter, this is saying that it's time for you to shine. It's time for you to be center stage. And don't be afraid of shining. You came here in order to thrive, not just survive. And so often we hide our light because we think it's going to offend other people. Just because our light illuminates what other people have not healed does not mean that we should not shine. So yes, it's time to shine. And the next card is Unity. So this is about coming together and it's about connections, but it's also about balance. Again, balance. It's about being in the present moment, the roots of the tree, growth as well. And there's a little nod here to the DNA helix and to ancestry and sorting out the aspects of us that we are carrying that may not be ours, that we can clear, and also honouring our ancestors too. So that's already been mentioned, hasn't it, for the 31st, which is interesting. So what parts of you are you holding on to in terms of your beliefs, your behaviours that may not be yours, that you've inherited or you've been told was the right way but actually isn't? And this might help with that closing off of things, that completion of things, that completion of cycles, and also help you to have more balance. The hummingbirds are all about sweetness in life and about love and about joy. So there's an encouragement there for you to find more joy, more happiness, more love, and allow that to come in as well. And the final card for December is Wheel of Fortune. This is a lovely card. So this is all about good, positive, happy energy coming in for us, a change of energy. I love the indicator here that, you know, of seasons, look like autumn leaves. The leaves are changing here, so it feels really pertinent for me. And it's all about cutting the ties with the old stuff so that the wheel of fortune can start to turn in your life and bring you that positive energy that you're asking for. There's a reminder here to stay balanced. This lady here, her silhouette's in a yoga pose. Stay balanced again. There's balance. Where's your life out of balance? That's what we started with, and that's what the owl was telling us as well. And to also stay in your heart. So I hope that helps for the month of October 2021. Please ring the bell. Please leave me a comment. Yeah, why don't you leave me a comment? Leave me a comment. It will be lovely to connect. It really helps me. And yeah, I'll see you again soon. Lots of love this month and beyond. And I hope to connect with you on Facebook and Instagram as well. Okay, lots of love. Goodbye, goodbye.